Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to the Raw Perspective podcast.
All right, so unfortunately, last week Chadwick Boseman, he died after a long battle with cancer. He had cancer for about 4 years, and even during treatment, he still went on and shot several films.
Yeah, it was just wow.
Yeah, it's just sad. You know, you never want anybody to die young.
No,
You know, like maybe if it was somebody much older, you'd be like, okay, this person lived a long life and it made a huge impact on the world.
Yep.
You know, when it's your time, it's your time. You know, but him, I think he was 35 or
yeah, about that 34, 35.
Yeah, he was around that age, and it was very unfortunate for to see him pass away. You know, it was a huge surprise, man. Nobody knew about it.
No.
And, you know, he kept filming. I think I saw a few pictures of him on Instagram a few months back, and he looked real thin.
Yeah.
And people were making fun of him, and some assumed that he was getting ready for a new role.
Yeah, saw that.
And, you know, it's real sad that he passed away.
Yeah. He's number one, he was a phenomenal actor.
Absolutely.
Number two, he was just a phenomenal guy. Just very grateful, very respectful, very heartfelt. Like, he's the kind of man that people should aspire to be.
Yeah, absolutely. My favorite movie of his was 42.
Yeah.
You seen that one?
Yep.
Yeah. When he played Jackie Robinson. That was very
that was
inspirational. Really, and the majority of people know him because of his role as Black Panther.
Yeah. No, he had great movies. All of his movies are really good. Really, really good. Very inspirational. Like, the movies that he played, I think, amplified his real character a lot. Like his own personal character. And then to know that he was going through cancer and like pretty much kept it just in his own family circle and nobody else knew about it, but he was still able to do the things that he was able to do.
Yeah, he visited children in hospitals and tried to brighten their day because he was a real life superhero.
Yeah.
And it's very unfortunate because, you know, I don't think we saw his full potential yet.
No,
you know,
not at all.
He had
I
his
think we were just
whole
scratching
life.
the surface.
Yep. His whole life was ahead of him, and he was viewed as the next Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
In a lot of circles.
And if you get a chance, there's a video where Chadwick was basically thanking Denzel. I think it was for an award that he got. But if you get a chance, watch it on YouTube, and it really shows the character of him. Like, shows his true personality, like how grateful he was and thankful, an aspiring kind of person that he is, and kind of the person that just wanted to pass the torch to the next generation. Those are rare characteristics.
Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of people find fame and they just care about themselves.
Yeah.
But being selfless and giving back to your community or giving back to a cause that you strongly believe in.
Yep.
Tells a lot about somebody's character.
Like Chadwick Boseman and Keanu Reeves, I think you could put them in the same kind of category as far as character, just that they're just humble men.
Yep. A lot of people, they do things for cameras. If a camera's not there, then they don't want to do it.
Nope.
And those two you just talked about, you know, just off of word of mouth, you hear about all the things that they did, and, you know, they didn't want it to be public.
No.
And they just did it because it's what they believed in.
Yeah.
That's the difference they wanted to make.
Yep. And I think that kind of character should be the character that I think all Americans should embody, is just being humble and grateful and thankful, and then also being able to give back like they were able to do. Yeah, I think if we were able to encompass that kind of mentality and that kind of attitude, we would have an even greater country than we have now.
Yeah, absolutely. So what kind of impact do you think his death will make on the MCU? Because, Black Panther was such a big part of the MCU, and now that he's gone, you think it's best to, what do you think is the best way to move forward with his character?
If they find a replacement, that's going to be extremely hard to do, to find someone who can play Black Panther as the character he is now.
Mm-hmm.
I think their best bet would to get his sister in the movie. I forgot what her name is.
Yeah, her name was Shuri.
Shuri.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe her to pick up the shoes and then take the storyline completely different.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, because in the comics, she did end up being the Black Panther. But me personally, I think that'd be bad way to go because of how thin she is.
Yeah.
And it'd be hard to see somebody that's small, like, beating up on people.
Yep.
Like, it won't really register in the audience's head, right? It just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be believable.
And that's the one thing I like about how Marvel, the characters that they've put in the places for everybody is very believable.
Yeah.
I think that's what Marvel's done good.
Yeah.
Or actually exceptionally well. So with Boseman's death, like, I can't imagine any other actor playing the Black Panther. That's the hardest part.
Man. That's what sucks about it. Here's an idea, right? Let me know what you think. So, the first Black Panther, Killmonger, right?
Mm-hmm.
He defeated him, and he was dying. He said, "Bury me in the ocean, so with my ancestors," because they knew that death was better than bondage. But we never really saw him die.
No.
Right? So what they can do is say, hey, because they have vibranium technology.
Yep.
And they could heal him quick.
Yep.
They could say, hey, they ended up healing him and put him in prison.
Yeah.
And, they could say, the Black Panther died because he sacrificed himself. Because, the plants that Killmonger destroyed in the movie, so that way there'll be no other Black Panther.
Yeah. So
they could say, hey, the elders said if Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, if he sacrificed himself, the plants will come back.
Yeah.
So that sacrifice could be made for future generations of Black Panthers.
Yeah.
So yes, so he sacrifices himself, and then Killmonger, has a whole complete 180, of how, because he was very political.
Yep.
And had, one way of thinking. It'd be interesting to see, maybe he changed and then becomes the new Black Panther.
Yeah. I think that would make a really good story too. Yeah,
because you have an A-lister.
Yep.
Filling a role or a void, that characters actually liked.
Yeah.
And he was in the first movie.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good or interesting way. It might not go exactly how I'm assuming, but I think that'd be an interesting twist.
Yeah.
That would fit in perfectly.
Be a good direction in spite of Chadwick Boseman passing away.
Yeah, because like you said, like, I don't think anybody can fill his shoes.
No,
like just continue on with the story and just having a new actor play him.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that'll bode well with a lot of fans.
No.